success and if two people, do you think people love you more than hate you? Parang trying pag in love si Big Soul. Some people say that you're doing this deliberately to be talked about, like what we're doing now.
I've never, and I don't think I will ever be accused of being a liar.
Wala pa naman siya napapatunayan kasi hindi na kami friends.
It's August, and I don't really remember a year when there were so many scandals involving celebrities. The songbird and the songwriter have finally come out and set the record straight, as if we didn't know.
Siyempre, masaya. Hindi ka na nagtatago, di ba?
A marriage that they thought was fine and suddenly collapsed.
Marriage is a very sacred and private matter. Kung ano po yung pinag-aaway namin isa-isa, amin na lang yun.
A fairy tale marriage that ended in a heated world war.
I don't know. Titingnan natin. It depends kung paano niya ako suyuin.
A harmless comment that hurt a concerned mother.
If I knew about it 9 years ago, I really won't stop. And I am gonna make a big deal about it.
Another hurt mother took up the cudgels for her son.
To see all those people who mauled my son, have them apologize to me and my son.
After all this, just who was left standing after the scandal? I'm Ricky Lo. Welcome to my world of explosive exclusives. Alam nyo, believe naman ako sa aking DPA, nakarating siya out of town kung saan nakita niya ang isang TV host na nakipagniig daw sa isang foreigner. Anyway, the next morning, nagsalubong yung TV host, nakasalubong ng TV host yung isang guy. Nakala niya yung nakaniig niya, tapos tinanong niya kung nag-enjoy yung guy the night before. Walang reaction, clueless. May isang guy na dumaan at ngumiti sa TV host at tinanong ang TV host if she enjoyed the night before. Nagulat yung TV host. Pagtingin niya sa dalawa, yung kausap niya pala ay hindi yung nakaniig niya, pero yung kausap sa kanya, yun ang nakaniig niya. Medyo magulo ba? Doon lang na-realize ng TV host, nakambal pala yung dalawa. Clue, dyan na lang muna kayo. June came and went, and what a month it was, when the songbird and the songwriter finally said what we all wanted to hear.
It took some time before Ogie Alcacid and Regine Velasquez finally came out. Sa October 2003 issue pa kasi ng Yes Magazine, unang nakaladkad ang pangalan ni Regine. Allegedly one of the causes of Ogie's marital separation from Michelle Van Imeren, his partner of nearly 7 years. Bagamat itinanggi ito ni Ogie, still in the same magazine dated June 2007, Ogie finally bared all.
So I broke my silence because I wanted everybody to just attack me. To just say what you have to say about me. Kahit hindi nyo naman alam ko anong totoo, si Michelle is even the one encouraging me. Sabi niya, don't be scared. Kasi nga, as I've said in, ewan ko kung nabasa niya yung interview ko, as I've said, we are the best of friends right now. Michelle and I are great friends. Nung sinabi ko sa kanya na I'm finally going to break my silence, ano siya yung, sige, it's about time you do that.
To both Ogie and Regine, it was a bondage that they had broken free from. Now they could heave a sigh of relief.
Siyempre, it's the first time na magkasama kami ng medyo matagal. And kasama pa namin yung mga kaibigan namin. And then, yung mga concerts namin, talagang tinanggap ng mga Pilipino doon. Masaya kami. Nakakalakad kami sa mga malls, nag-dinner kami, you know, it was very romantic and we had a great time. Kahit sa kami magpunta, lalo na pag lumalabas kami nagpunta kami sa Universal Studios, maraming mga nag-wish na, you know, nakakatuwa, nakakataba ng puso, hindi ko ma-express eh. Basta, masaya kami. I'm really thankful. Tapos, siyempre, masaya. Hindi ka na nagtatago, di ba?
Sa Such were the relieving moments both Ogie and Regine enjoyed even on stage.
First time ko siya in-introduce sa audience. Kasi usually pag nag-concert kami, sinasabi ko lang, ladies and gentlemen, Asia Songbird, ladies and gentlemen, my good friend. This time I introduced her, ladies and gentlemen, my love. And she came out, naglobas siya parang hindi ko alam yung may iyak ako or and she looked so beautiful and so gusto ko siyang yakapin nun, but hindi ko magawa kasi you know, nasa entablado kayo, kailangan mag-perform pa rin kayo, but it was so unforgettable, the way she looked at me, the way I looked at her, and people just cheering, and it was magical. Hindi ko na yung mauulit. It's magical.
Following their coming out, people have been jumping the gun. Hindi kaya sinamantala na rin ni na Ogie at Regine ang pamamalagi sa Amerika upang idaos doon ng palihim ang kanilang kasal?
Hindi pa pwede. Hindi pa pwede. Pagka ayos na ang lahat, yan, pwede na siguro. Well, let's take it one step at a time. So, let's all pray na mangyari yun, mag-grant tayo ng isa pang pagkakataon para gawin niya. Siyempre, kailangan ko naman sabihin muna yan sa mga kinauukulan, di ba? Hindi naman, siyempre, sa mga magulang niya. So, sinasabi ko na I'd like to do that. Pero hindi pa ako humihingi. Di ba? Kailangan ko hingin ko muna. Kailangan tama. Kailangan nasa... Hindi naman pwedeng... dapat magbigay galang naman tayo dun sa mga mahal niya, sa mga importante.
Gano'n naman kasi kung paanong isinaalang-alang din ni Ogie ang damdamin ni Michelle.
Pabayaan na natin si Michelle. Michelle is enjoying, you know, her private life, and that is one thing that she has always requested from me, and I really always respect that. That's why the kids and my family is there. Hindi kami dapat maging magkaaway dito eh. Para sa mga bata, hindi dapat maging magkakampi kami kasi kami pa rin ang magulang ng dalawa, di ba? And kung ako nag-fail as sa husband or nag-fail kami as a couple, dapat siguro as parents maging matatag tayo, kasi kahit pa paano sila yung pinakamahalaga, di ba? So, yun ang namin. Tulungan tayo, magkakampi tayo dito. Nakausap ko siya a few days ago, and then sabi niya, alam mo, Ogs, mo nang pansinin kung sino man ang nagsasalita ng masama tungkol sa'yo or sa inyong dalawa. Kasi mahalaga naman yung tayo eh. Tayo, nagkakaintindihan tayo, pamilya tayo. At sabi niya, keep your chin up. Sabi niya. So yun, Michelle always keeps me, on my feet, encouraged. And maganda yung mga sinasabi niya sa akin.
Failed marriage. Ito ang pinagdaanan ni Ogie at ni Michelle. However, Ogie does not see this happening again kung sila naman ni Regine ang ikakasal.
Kasi sa Australian tawag sa mga baby, baba eh. So parang naging gano'n na yung tawagan namin, baba. Reg, I love you very much. So, huwag ka nang, tulad ng sinabi ko noon, huwag ka nang matakot, nandito na ako. So, everything will be okay. Since I've come out, people have been very accepting. I always ask that to myself, meron ba akong pinagsisihan?
May plano kami mag-base sa ibang bansa, either the States or somewhere in Europe.
I have no fears.
Graphic designer Chitoy Aviles is well-versed in film editing.
Ogie and Regine couldn't be any happier now. Nakaluwag na kasi sa kanilang dibdib ang ginawang pag-amin makaraan ng ilang taon ding pagkubli ng katotohanan.
Pagka yung dalaw lang, sinasabi ni Regine na parang she's worried about kung ano sabihin ng mga tao, di ba? Which is very natural, no?
I think for a time, she was worried about that. But the way she's talking now, it seems that she's very matapang. You know, saying things out of strong emotions for me. Siyempre, kinikilig ako doon, but, but, you know, siyempre, she doesn't want her reputation to be stained, and of course, neither do I want that to happen. But, since I've come out, people have been very accepting. Of course, there are certain quarters who, siyempre, meron pa rin mga, you cannot please everybody,
Yeah.
kumbaga, you know? But the most important thing for me, Ricky, is that yung mga taong mahalaga, like my family, siguro nananaig din sa kanila yung, yun nga, hindi nila alam yung kung ano yung totoo at kung ano. Because all this time, we've been very quiet eh. I'm sorry that nung una dinenay ko,
Kailangan lang ano.
pero I guess ganun lang talaga mga artista.
I
I don't know.
Oh, you spent 2 Christmases together
That's
with
right.
Michelle and the kids.
That's
and
right.
Michelle, yeah?
Yeah, all is well. Regina and Michelle get along very well. They're good friends. And with respect to, you know, whatever happened to Michelle and I, Regine was not the main reason why it all happened. But of course, I don't really want to dwell on that. But so I hope all the labels about Regine being this and that will all stop because everything is okay now.
So, i-clear natin. Si Regine pumasok sa eksena, hindi siya ang dahilan.
Now, not the soul.
Okay. How did you introduce Regine to the kids? Anong tawag ni Layla is 9 years old, Sarah is 5 years old. Anong tawag nila kay Regine?
Auntie Regine, but in their accent, Auntie Regine.
Annie Regine. Oh,
Annie Regine.
Australian accent, diba?
You know, it's funny. The moment Regine stepped into our house, the 2 kids just dragged. Hinila na lang nila kaagad si
Talaga?
Regine
So,
sa
pero
kanilang
ka-close,
kwarto.
ano?
And they started playing.
Did you say na it was Michelle pa na nag-push sa'yo into making the confession?
Not naman push.
In-encourage ka? Or
I-
supportive siya sa'yo na, okay, you do it.
Yeah,
Kuya, yun.
I talked to her 2000, before I came back here to the Philippines, I
Okay.
talked to her. I said, you know what, I think it's time for me to magsalita. And I tell the truth. And she said, you know what,
Ano sabi niya?
it's about time. You deserve you deserve the happiness that you want. You deserve your freedom. Hindi yung ganyang kalaging.
O parang nagtatago.
That's
or ano?
right, that's right. So,
Although hindi niyo may tago.
pasensya na po.
Inlove.
Inlove na po. But I told, sabi ko, yun yung naging ano ko. Yun siguro, yun yung nagbigay sa akin ng talagang lakas ng loob. To, alam mo si Michelle, hindi naman sa napakataas kasi ng pagtingin ko sa kanya pagtungkol sa mga bagay na yan every time I run to her also for advice, especially when it comes to these things na
Sabi ni Regine doon sa LA, sa press con, she's willing to give up her career for you, for love. Papayagan mo ba siya?
No, hindi. Alam mo kasi, Ricky, kaya siguro niya nasabi yun. Kasi tinanong sa kanya nung press doon, ano as tingin mong epekto itong pag-amin ni Ogie sa mga career nyo? So, ang immediate answer niya was, alam nyo kung hindi na ako tanggap ng mga tao, kaya kong i-give up yung career. I think she was just answering that in that manner. But, if you're gonna ask me, Ricky, I don't think I will be agreeing for her to do that
Sayang
because
naman, no? Pero, okay, no regrets about anything that you've done? Or
alam mo, Ricky,
no regrets?
I always ask that to myself. Meron ba akong pinagsisihan? Alam mo, wala. Wala.
Love, hate, forgiveness, and compromise. That was a cycle Rufa and Yilmaz went through in the most public breakup ever to cross the Baltic Ocean.
Talk about other faces of love. Who would imagine that the Ilmas Bectas Rufa Gutierrez fairy tale wedding on March 25, 2003 at the fort would end in a bitter separation? May 8 this year when Ricky Lo in his fanfare column in Philippine Star broke the first-hand news about Ilmas and Rufa's division to end what the world perceived was a blissful marriage.
Anong Monday morning, siguro mga about 9:30, tumawag sa akin si Rufa. Malungkot yung boss niya. Nagulat ako dahil usually pag tumatawag si Rufa, yung parang very lively, "Hi, Tito Ricky, how are you?" Pero nung Monday morning, May 7, nung tumawag siya, malungkot yung boss niya. Sabi niya na mag-file siya ng annulment So nagulat ako. Sabi ko, yung bang itinawag mo? Sabi niya, oo, yung tinawag ko. I want you to break the story na magpa-file ako ng annulment. Sabi ko, yung pagpa-file ba ng annulment, decision mo o kayo ni Yilmaz? Sabi niya, decision namin ni Yilmaz, joint decision namin ni Yilmaz. Nag-usap kami at yun ang decision namin. Mayroon bang tinanong ko, ano bang dahilan? Mayroon bang third party sa part ni Yilmaz? Sabi niya wala. Yung cultural differences lang ang talagang dahilan.
Kung ayaw mo na kay Yilmaz, tulukan mo na.
So if you say sorry, then I accept his apology.
Sa Istanbul, ayaw ka na.
No doubt, the most deeply hurt by Rufa's unsuccessful marriage to Yilmaz is Annabel Rama. Call her names, but Bisaya cannot be faulted for being the overly protective, if not intrusive mother that she is to her only daughter.
Annabel, paano sinabi sa inyo, Rufa, na gusto niya may paghiwalay kay Yilmaz?
Nalungkot nga ako. Ang iyakan nga kami dalawa ni Rufa eh. Nalungkot ako talaga kami daddy niya, lahat kami magkapatid. Nagmi-meeting kami sa White Plains. Nalungkot kami lahat sa nangyari kay Rufa. At saka sabi ko, anong decision mo, Rufa? Nandito lang kami. Kung ayaw mo na kay Yilmaz, tulukan mo na.
Ang desisyon ba niya parang urong-sulong o definite na siya?
As of now, definite siya sa kanyang decision na hindi siya babalik sa Istanbul. Pero araw-araw si Yilmaz tumatawag. Kinukonvince siya na give it another chance. Kung pwede sunduin yung mga bata, pati si Rufa, mabalik sila sa Istanbul. Ako nga lang ang pumipigil kay Rufa. Actually, ang malita ni Rufa sa Salas, nakahanda lagi ang malita niya, anytime pwede lumipad yan.
Pero hindi siya pwedeng tumakas.
So this time, naging kudabid ako sa buhay ni Rufa. Every time sabihin niya magpaalam siya sa akin, talagang kumukontra ako for the first time na talagang ayaw ko siyang paalisin. Eh sabi ko, alam mo naman ang reason bakit nandito ka. At alam mo naman ang reason bakit ayaw kong bumalik ka. Ba't mong pabibigyan another chance? Sabi ko, tama na yung 7 years pagtitiis mo. Tama na yung 7 years na naging good mother, good wife ka sa kanya.
Despite this, Annabel still has nice words for her son-in-law. Only that she cannot bear to see the latter's temper tantrums during fits of jealousy.
Yilmaz naman talaga mabait. Mabait na asawa. Good provider, good husband.
Sabi rin ni Ruth.
Good father sa kids. Ang masama lang kay Yilmaz pag nagalit.
Pag nagagalit.
Yun ang hindi ko matanggap sa kanya pag galit siya. At saka napakasiloso. From the start pa, narelasyon na lang ni Rufa, ayaw ko talaga dyan. Kasi una-una, sabi ko, Rufa, ibang culture niyan.
Cultural difference daw na hindi maintindihan niya ni Rufa ay ang pananakit ng Turkey sa mga babae.
Mga ganyang mga Ricky, dapat kay Rufa mo nalang itanong kasi siya may katawan at wala naman ako doon sa kwarto nila na nangyayaring ganon. Siya lang mismo nakakalam niyan. Kaya ayoko sagutin yan.
In his public statement, Yilmaz stressed two most important decisions he had made in his life. Una ay ang pakasalan niya si Rufa noong March 25, 2003. Ikalawa, nang magpa siya si Yilmaz na kumuha ng diborsyo noong May 8, 2007. Ang nagtulak umano sa desisyong ito ni Yilmaz ay may kinalaman sa isang materyosang kaanak ni Rufa.
Ako ngayon
Ikaw lang yun, Kasi
ako lang sinasabihan niya na kasi alam kasi niya eh na ako ang kumukontra. Sabi sa kanya ni Rufa kasi I cannot leave Philippines because of my mom. Kaya alam ni Yilmaz yun, ako ang kontrabida sa anak ko. Kaya akong pinatatamaan niya doon sa statement niya. Dapat naman mag-apologize sa akin kasi pinagbintangan niya ako mukhang pera. Alam mo, Ricky, hindi naman ako mukhang pera, Ricky. Sabi ni Rufa sa akin, Mami, hindi ko na kailangan ang material things, pera, lahat-lahat. Kanya na lahat-lahat yun. I just need peace of mind and freedom.
Alam mo, ang magulang ayaw nilang magkahiwalay ang kanilang anak sa asawa niya. Pero kung yun ang desisyon niya, susuportahan ko siya.
Humupa ang kapusukan ng mga emosyon nang biglang kumambyo si Yilmaz, sober and apologetic to Rufa and her parents.
Well, maganda yung gesture niyang yon na he apologized to my mom and dad, but I think it's better if he does it personally. Mas magiging sincere at mas magiging meaningful.
I know he's sorry kasi mabait naman si Yilmaz eh. So if he says sorry, then I accept his apology.
Matagal ko na siya pinatatawad. As the father of may 2 apos, okay lang sa akin, pero tatawad ko na siya.
But after the trade of hurting words, still in his letter, Ilmas is hell-bent on saving what is left of their marriage. If we still want to keep this marriage, we better start working on it now before too much damage is made. I obviously prefer to save our marriage.
You know, of course, like even I would like to save the marriage, but if it's possible, titingnan lang natin. That's why what I'm doing is I just wanna take things as they come. Mahal na mahal ko rin ang pamilya ni Ilmas. You know, they've treated me like their own daughter, and kahit minsan magkaaway kami ni Ilmas, sa akin sila kumakampi. So, during the 4 years that I was in Istanbul, you know, I'd really like to thank my in-laws kasi tinanggap nila ako na parang sariling anak nila.
Sa pagdaan ng mga araw, isang masigasig wari nanliligaw muli ang nasaksihan kay Ilmas. Right now, it looks like she doesn't want to see me running behind her. But only until she tells me she doesn't want me or doesn't love me anymore that I'm going to move on with my life. Again, I won't stop fighting for my family and children.
He has to pursue me and win me back. Sana, whatever it is that we're going through right now, I'll just pray that sana maayos, and if not, you know, let's just be good parents to our kids.
Gusto ko, pag magbalikan sa dalawa ni Rufa, kung talaga niya mahal talaga niya si Rufa, dito na sa Pilipinas tumira. Siya na lang pabalik-balik dito, si Rufa at mga bata dito na.
To Istanbul or to Ilmas? I don't know. Titingnan natin. It depends kung paano niya ako suyuin. Kung sa Istanbul, ayoko na. Well, tingnan natin kung paano siya manligaw.
I want to see the Dennis Padilla that na na-inlove ako dati.
Sabi ko nga, Dennis, magpa-miss ka naman.
Kung hindi talaga tayo, gusto ko maging magkaibigan tayo.
The elections came and went too. A lot of candidates fell by the wayside. But in the case of Dennis Padilla and Marjorie Barreto, it was their marriage that crumbled.
In showbiz, espousal separations seem to a staple. But unlike most broken marriages, it appears that Dennis Padilla and Marjorie Barreto, although separated, are not in the process of having their union annulled.
After nag-reveal kayo sa Philippine Star tungkol sa trial separation, yung kumusta na kayo ni Marjorie?
Parang dati pa rin. We talk.
Ano sa bahay? So, nandun ka pa ba sa
Kasi
bahay?
pagka wala naman akong gagawin during the day, I stay with the kids. Kasi she has been asking for this space. Well, I'm strong. Pero nung malaman ko na maghihiwalay kami, it made me weak. Dati, in denial pa ako, hindi matutuloy yan. Pero alam ko papunta na rin.
My family's fine. Alam mo, it's not as bad as people perceive it to be. Dennis and I are very much in good terms. Calls me up, I call him up anytime. We're calling it a child separation. It's at the end of our world.
Hindi ka gumawa ng
Because-
hakbang para ma-prevent yung separation nyo?
Ang mga hakbang na ginawa ko, instead na palapit sa kanya, lalo ko pa siyang napalayo.
Ano yan? Deliberate na
Well, I have my temper, I have my, sometimes I made her the shock absorber kapag may problema ako.
Nagbigay kami ng statement. Ang purpose ng statement na yon is para tumahimik na yung speculations kung hiwalay nga kami. Ang marriage is a very sacred and private matter. Kung ano po yung pinag-aaway naming isa-isa, amin na lang yon. Talagang I'm sorry. Hindi niyo wala kayong makukuha sa aking information. Nirerespeto ko asawa ko at nirerespeto niya ako. Sorry to use my word, wala po kayong pakialam lahat. I told Dennis, stop explaining yourself. Huwag mo nang sabihin na puro kasalanan mo or what. No, we don't owe the public any explanation.
Elbow room, breathing space. Maliw na ito lang ang pinakikiusap ni Marjorie kay Dennis.
Hindi pa siya decide na hindi yan magkakabalikan, di ba?
Hindi naman. Ang sabi niya lang sa akin, Dennis, I want to see the Dennis Padilla that na na-inlove ako dati.
I just need the space. Siguro napagod lang ako sa campaign. And he's giving me naman the space. Actually, I'm enjoying the space. I'm enjoying the space. I'm enjoying the time alone. Kasi parang all my life, I think since I've been 18, may partner na ako eh. So parang ngayon lang ako na na-rediscover ko sarili ko. Sabi ko nga, Dennis, magpa-miss ka naman. Malay mo ba, after 1 month, miss na kita de. May bagong issue naman, balikan naman, diba?
Sa November this year, 10th anniversary niya, wedding anniversary
Yeah,
sana,
supposed
no?
to be.
So So anong anniversary message kay Marjorie?
Darling, I would like to thank you for sharing your life with me. 14 years. 14 beautiful years. Those are beautiful years and you gave me beautiful children. Those blessings are more than enough. Now, kung magkabalikan tayo, Lord, thank you. Ngayon, kung hindi, siguro may ibang plan ng Diyos sa'yo, may ibang plan ng Diyos sa akin. We just have to be strong. And kung hindi talaga tayo, gusto ko maging magkaibigan tayo.
Ang bait-bait talaga ni Dennis ngayon na. Well, I don't know. I just told him to go ahead with his plans, make something good out of himself.
Sinisigurado ko sa inyo na kaya nangyari to because God has better plans for this family. Pero I'm sure we will come out victorious in the end.
Seeing the Filipino talent land on the international entertainment map has always been the dream of Martin Rivera. Kaya ganun na lang siya kasigasig ipamalas ang galing ng Pinoy via his stints in Las Vegas. But making that dream come true is not a piece of cake.
Gaano kahirap yun, Martin?
Hirap talaga.
Talagang hirap, no?
But just to think that here in the Philippines, I don't have to go to everybody, hi, I'm Martin Rivera. You know, in Las Vegas and with all the people I don't know, I have to give them cards.
Aside from your American dream, what other goals do you have?
Katrina and I are doing so well. I know she wants to get married. We talk about it all the time. You know, I think I proposed every other evening. I think the best thing about Katrina and I is nothing is immediate. We take our time.
Okay.
If there's one thing that Katrina has taught me, and that's how to be able to enjoy life and to enjoy the simplest things in life. I've learned so much from her. She's an unbelievable woman. Unbelievable.
Wow, that's nice.
You won't find a woman as brilliant, as smart, as funny, as she can be sexy, she can be cute, she can be funny, she can do so many things into one little small mestiza. I don't know how she does it.
Oh, parang all-in-one, ano?
I think so. I'm very, very blessed to have Katrina, and she's waited for me for 11 years.
Of Martin's two sons with Pops, it was Ram whom he tagged along to Las Vegas, who first caught sight of his baby brother Santino. Nagkataon na may concert din doon si Pops.
Pero kayo ni Martin, nagkita ba kayo dun sa Las Vegas? For hi, hello.
Very,
all time's sake. And Ram was there, no? When you were there?
Oo. Actually, alam ko kasi yung schedule. Inabangan ko lang talaga si Ram para I get a chance to spend a day with him before I do the rest of the tour.
Of course, naunahan ka na ni Ram na makita sa Santino, ano?
Oo.
Sa
Oo
pictures
naman.
mo lang nakikita, no? Hindi ba siya ready nung doon ka sa Las Vegas?
Hindi
Kita
pa
sa'yo?
siguro, or siguro they have other plans, alam mo yun.
So naiintindihan mo, no? Bakit hindi pa
I get
ready si Martin
it.
magpakita
Yes. I super get it. It's not, no points taken away from him.
Oo, but of course, pagpunta niya dito, sure, papakita sa'yo, di
Yes.
ba?
And obviously to all the Filipinos also, that's our
The
chance.
whole world nakita na, di ba?
Yeah.
Magkikita lang kayo ni Katrina, your friends already, di ba?
Not really. But we're not
I mean,
fighting
you're okay,
either.
yeah.
Yes, we're okay. But you know, we're not friends. I'm being honest lang. So.
You know, the last time we talked to Pops, he was excited about meeting Santino.
Yes, I think, I would imagine she still is. I don't think it has anything to do with the latest of intrigues. But
Yeah. Meron bang chance for them to finally
I don't see any reason why it could not happen. I'm not going to make it happen. Hey, Pops, look at my child, you know. I mean, it's not, I don't know. And nowadays, I don't know if she'd want to see even my face. But yeah, sure, if she wants to see the baby, why
Sana
not?
might see.
Pops loves
You can be
babies.
one big happy family.
Yes, we're supposed to be one big happy family.
You can?
That's why I built the house down the street from Pops, just so I could be near she and the kids. Well, Katrina did say the word monkey.
I don't appreciate him again twisting the story and lying about.
How many times am I going to say sorry to this woman, you know?
Are monkeys cute? Well, to some people, it is. But not to Pops Fernandez, especially when the word is used to describe her children.
Martin and Pops are probably one of the most enviable erstwhile couples in showbiz. Despite their failed marriage, they have remained the best of friends, even happy for each other's respective love lives. But not when their children Robin and Ram are on the line, and their welfare at stake. Just recently, Pops admitted to have taken offense at Katrina comparing Robin and Ram to monkeys while jumping in Martin's bed, causing it to break in half. No, the incident was not as recent as Pops' reaction. In fact, it happened some 9 years ago.
So, What issues are you talking about?
The ones you wrote about.
Aside from that.
No, nothing really. I don't know. Pops and I are very seasonal. Sometimes we're great friends and people admire, almost cannot believe how close friends we are. And then there's moments like these. So
Minor issue, di ba?
well, for me, what could be minor to you may not be minor to someone else. No. Well, Katrina did say the word monkey, but 9 years ago.
This is my story.
Yeah.
And I know my story is true.
Okay.
No, I didn't know about it. 9 years ago, sinabi ko nga ito sa isa pang TV show. 9 years ago, 10 years ago, 11 years ago, I can clearly remember what has been said and all the not so great things that I can remember during those years. It has nothing to do with my kids.
Okay.
So I think it is a lie if he says na alam ko na siya 9 years ago. Because 9 years ago, if I knew about it 9 years ago, I really won't stop. And I am gonna make a big deal about it.
It was said in the form of, 3 little monkeys
Figure of
jumping on the
speech.
bed, one fell down, and the nursery rhyme?
Yeah.
She's a school teacher, so she described the action of the kids jumping on the bed
Like,
as monkey-like.
Kasi nga ang point ko, ako lang naman yung nasasaktan.
So, okay lang to, ikaw lang.
Pag ako, kaya ko eh. Pag yung mga anak ko nasasaktan, syempre, ibang storya na yun. I'm reacting as a mother.
The moment Pops and I had that conversation, which you wrote about, Katrina I pulled her aside and I said, look, I just got off the phone with Pops and here's the issue again about the monkeys. Right then and there, she apologized to Ramboy, and then here in Manila, she apologized to Robin.
I didn't find it funny.
If that was
I
what
think,
was said.
if I remember correctly, I told Martin during the last conversation that we had na Martin, and it was like an advice. Maybe he mistook it. Martin, if I were her, I would be very careful with the words that come out of her mouth, especially when it comes to the kids. Especially because I think we all know what she was to our family. So I think it's very, very sensitive. It's very sensitive that it comes from her and other people hear it. Whether it's another animal that was used, alam mo yon, she has to be very careful.
It should really be over. I don't know why it's getting bigger and bigger because it's really such a petty thing.
Nung nag-uusap na kami sa telepono, siguro hindi niya naintindihan na I was really, really hurting and I was really upset. So ang nangyari, sinabayan niya yung galit ko. I don't appreciate him again twisting the story and lying about it.
All I can say is that like I said before, we really have to start thinking about the kids now, not about our feelings and how we feel about this or that. It's time to think about life for them, our every move that we make, whether it's good, positive, smart, or dumb. It will reflect on our children, Robin, Ram, and Santino. So I offer my support.
Martin and I both got a text from Robin anyway, saying that he doesn't like it when we fight.
I'm just wondering, did Katrina kind of make any apology or sign of apology or whatever?
I think she apologized in the bus.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, did you see it?
No.
But did somebody tell you about
and
it?
Martin also texted me on her behalf saying that they both are sorry.
I've apologized numerous times for any misunderstandings that sometimes I'm not even aware of it and I'm hurting Pops, So I apologize for all of that. And how many times am I going to say sorry to this woman,
You have to know what you're sorry for. They both claim kasi that it's a joke and I knew about it 9 years ago. So no, I didn't know about it 9 years ago. And again, I'll say it, 9 years ago, I've experienced more painful things.
Nag-meet kami minsan,
Interesting, so.
pero di ata masyadong nagkaliwanagan.
Being a concerned mother requires some action.
Should be loyal to your dreams.
A fight in a night spot, and a mother taking out the cudgels for her son, invoking a lot of Philippine history while she's at it. Mara Pardo de Tavera talked on Aimee and her son, Borgie. And Aimee took it all with a smile.
Any mother only wants the best for her child. For Mara Pardo de Tavera, whose son Carlo Brown was allegedly mauled, she wants justice. For Aimee Marcos, whose son Borgie Monotoc was implicated in the incident, she wants the truth.
Kumusta na si Carlo?
Maputi naman. Salamat sa Diyos. Improving and he's, polishing up on physical activities, keeping himself busy.
How long was he confined in the hospital?
Just 2 days. But the doctors wanted to keep him longer. But I was worried about the security.
I mean, how do you feel about the little incidents that Borgie gets involved in every now and then?
Yeah, I'm really tired of it. Yeah, we've told him that, well, ganyan talaga kung you have this...
If you're Borgie and if you're...
If you have this sort of celebrity status, you gotta be really careful. Ayun, may habla pa, so malaking problema yun. Sana usapang nanay na lang. I'm sure he gets irritated, but he has to learn how to deal with it. Kasi, syempre, you have more responsibility kapag mas malaki yung pangalan mo. So, you get a lot of attention, pero... Ganun talaga eh. Pag minamahal ka ng tao, pag nagalit, sobrang galit din eh.
It's been more than 4 months now since Mara's and Aimie's sons, Carlo and Borgie, respectively, were reported to have figured in the violent encounter at the embassy bar in Taguig. Mara had filed appropriate charges against Borgie and 8 others who allegedly gang up on her son.
Si Borgie filed an affidavit already.
Yes, there was a
filed counter
counter-affidavit.
charges? No.
I'm not sure, but there was a counter affidavit, and I found it funny because they, the first page said something about that our case was good fictional writing.
Oh, gusto mong mangyari dito sa case na to?
Well, tignan natin, no? Dahil nakapending sa korte, mahirap magsalita.
I have pursued this case because I want them to learn a lesson. I don't feel they're learning a lesson yet. They're being very defensive. I would like to know who those 8 people were. We know 2 already, Borgie and DJ Malaya or Ron Pasion. We learned of another person, another name, who is a bouncer of embassy.
If you have a way of handling the case, what do you want to do?
Was to see all those people who mauled my son, have them apologize to me and my son.
Public apology.
Public apology so that we can see who they all are, which means they will never be able to repeat what they've done again.
If they
That's
do,
what I want.
According to Mara Pardeta-Berg, when I interviewed her on the show last week, no? What she wants or is requesting is just a public apology from Borgie.
I think that was discussed, but Borgie is perfectly willing to do that.
If they
That's
do
what I want.
Public apologies in public, would you withdraw the case you filed against them?
I would. That's what I asked even before I filed my case.
Yeah.
Well, my only frustration is that it takes so long. Our justice system is always so delayed. Of course, I don't have the unlimited funds that the other side has. They can keep paying everybody and anybody as long as they want.
So nag-meet kayo ni Aimee, the mother of the Borgie?
We had a private meeting before.
Yeah. Just the 2 of you, mother to mother?
Mother to mother, but we did have each lawyers with us.
Oo, nag-meet kami minsan. Oo, that's right. Pero hindi ata masyadong nagkaliwanagan.
Wala namang tempers flaring during the
no,
meeting?
no. It was very
cordial.
very tempered, cordial, and friendly.
So you have a message for Borgie and his family?
My message is always one of peace.
Yeah.
And there's a lesson to learn,
Yeah.
and I hope they learn it.
On my controversial son, I think he's on the right track, and this is a painful but important lesson.
After all these scandals, thank God for events like this, where it was standing room only.
Susie Entrata livened up the Day of the Kids as she hosted the press con of Nutroplex Brain Challenge, another QTV program that kids will find both fun and enriching. Every Saturday, 9:30 to 10 a.m. Meanwhile, heavy rains did not stop McDonald's from holding its 8th McDo 5th anniversary motorcade last August 8. On health information, a press con was held last August 9 at the UP National Institute for Health in Manila, where the discussion zeroed in on recent studies that 44% of Filipinos are currently suffering from a growing epidemic.
You say that celebrities should be used to getting up after a scandal. They, the celebrities, say that sometimes they do, but not all the time. After all, they are human too. And if ordinary people sometimes don't survive, well, what makes the celebrities any different? I say, matira ang matibay, and it doesn't take a celebrity to do that right. Now, that gets me wondering, what other scandals will the rest of 207 bring? I'll remain standing here covering them for you. That's a promise. I'm Ricky Lo. More explosive exclusives next week.
The Ricky Lo exclusives would like to thank the following: Guess Jeans, Cheesecake, etc. Tomas Morato, Hi Magazine, Yes Magazine, People's Journal, Novecento, Bench, Vivian Sarabia World of Optics, Swatch Seasider, Aquabest.